Hi, and welcome to day 6, week 2 of our 10-day Yoga for Creativity challenge. So today we're continuing to move on the chakras. And so the first two chakras, if you're thinking of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or just the chakras, the first two chakras are kind of our basic needs, so at the bottom of the pyramid. So there are safety and security, or food and shelter. Now we're moving up to the solar plexus chakra, which is tied to feelings of self-esteem. And if you're moving up Maslow's hierarchy, this is kind of in the middle of the pyramid, so it's kind of self-esteem and self-empowerment. And I think that as artists and creatives, we can be really hard on ourselves sometimes. I know there's a lot of fear of not being good enough, that we're going to put our work out there and nobody's going to like it, or it's not going to be meaningful, or of self-doubt and depression. So when we can measure out those feelings and balance those feelings, then we're going to create more and put more out into the world when we don't have those things holding us back. So I think self-esteem is really important for creatives. I know that there's always that stereotype of the depressed artist and the depressed writer, but I think you're not putting the work forward that's going to make a difference in the world if you're being so hard on yourself. So today we're going to balance out that core area, that solar plexus, and we're going to build both our outer and our inner strength. So I hope you enjoy today's practice. Let's start today in a standing forward bend. Bending your knees and grabbing opposite elbows. Opening up the shoulders, letting the head and the neck hang loose. And tapping into the deep yogic breath in this pose. Then let's release the arms and slowly roll up into a standing position. Head comes last. And finding a nice, stable, and strong place to stand, really using those core muscles around the navel to help you stand up tall. And now let's move to the top of the mat. Inhale, bringing the arms upwards. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale, folding all the way down to the mat and stepping the feet back into a plank, lowering the knees and with control, lowering all the way down into the belly. Inhale, opening up the chest. And exhale, let's come back into a downward dog by lifting the hips up high. And seeing what it feels like to pedal out the legs here. It's our first down dog of the day. Doing whatever you need to do to feel comfortable in this first down dog. And then bending the knees, looking forward, stepping between the hands as you inhale. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, looking up. And exhale, standing. Let's move into our sun salute B. So as you inhale, find chair pose as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, diving forwards into a forward bend. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, folding down, stepping back into a plank position, and with control, lowering down the chest and the belly. Inhale, coming into a cobra, and exhale, lifting up the hips, moving the heels down. Inhale, stepping forward with the right foot, planting the left foot on a 45-degree angle, and sweeping the arms up high, coming into warrior one. Standing up tall here, reaching through the fingertips. And then exhale, the hands come back down to the mat, stepping into a plank, using your core to lower down slowly. Inhale, opening up the shoulders. Exhale, lifting the hips up high. Inhale, stepping forward with the left foot, planting the right foot. Arms sweep upwards and using those core muscles to help you stand a little bit taller. Creating length and strength in this pose. On the next exhale, the hands come back down to the mat, lowering down onto the belly. Inhale, coming into cobra, and exhale, making your way back into a downward facing dog. See what it feels like to engage your core muscles in a downward dog. Try engaging and releasing the muscles in the core and noticing if the pose feels any different. Then inhale, stepping forwards, lengthening the spine, and exhale, folding down. Inhale, finding chair pose as you sweep the arms up, and exhale, standing. Let's have one more. Inhale, sweep the arms up, finding chair pose. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, stepping back into a plank position as you use your abs to lower down onto the mat with control. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, making your way down onto your belly, sliding the forearms forward, coming up into Sphinx position. And the elbows should be right about under the shoulders, but if that's pinching the back, then just slide the forearms forward a little bit. The gaze in the neck is neutral. And adjusting as needed. Then let's lower all the way down onto the belly, moving the head to one side, letting the arms fall next to the hips. And breathing here, feeling the back and the shoulders opening up. And now bringing the hands behind the back, making a fist with both the hands together. Inhale, lifting up the chest and lifting up the feet. And using your back muscles here to lift you, so not using the momentum of the arms, but using your core strength to lift the chest up. And then on the next exhale, releasing, putting the opposite ear down on the mat, and releasing. Let's do that one more time, holding both hands together, lifting the chest, lifting up the feet, keeping the core strong here. And then when you're done, pressing right back into child's pose with the knees and the feet together, forehead resting on the mat, and bringing the hands back so that they're next to the hips. And releasing the back of the body. Now coming up slowly into a seated position, it's normal cross-legged. Now bring the right hand to the left knee and place the left hand behind the hips. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, looking over the left shoulder and twisting. With each inhale, sitting up tall, and with each exhale, twisting a little bit further. On the next exhale, coming back to center, and then let's switch sides. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Using each breath to make a small micro movement. On the next exhale, coming back to center, placing the feet in front of you, and then lifting them up, holding behind the knees. Boat pose. Hold this pose for a couple more breaths, strengthening those core muscles. Don't forget to smile, and then placing the feet back down on the ground and come straight into a forward fold, letting the spine round. Releasing everything from this practice and everything from this day or from this week. And then let's move into Shavasana. Knowing that you can stay here as long as you like. And knowing that as we're building our physical strength in our core, we're building that inner strength as well to go forth into the world with confidence and achieve what you set out to achieve. Thank you for joining me today in this practice. Namaste.